Okay, so for the very first problem, remember though, order of operations, that's please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. The M and the D are circled because you do multiplication and division, the order in which you see it. Same for addition and subtraction, you do those the order in which you see it. For the very first problem, you do have parentheses, so you would start there. 8 minus 5 is 3. You can drop your parentheses because you've done everything inside. However, the exponent 2 needs to be brought or attached to the 3, so it becomes 3 squared. Remember that 3 squared means 3 times 3, so our final answer here would have been 9. For number 3, there are no parentheses, however, there are exponents. So we'll go ahead and compute 1 squared, which means 1 times 1, which is just 1. Bringing everything else down, all that's left to do is 10 times 1, which is just 10. For number 5, you do have parentheses. So you'll do that first. 8 minus 4 is 4. The parentheses can be dropped. There's nothing left to do inside of the parentheses. The exponent of 2, however, gets attached to the 4. So now we need to compute 4 squared. Remember that means 4 times 4, which is 16. For number 7, you do have parentheses, so you want to start off. 4 minus 3 is 1. The parentheses can be dropped because you've done everything inside of the parentheses. Bring this minus sign down. Bring the 2 squared down. Now you have exponents and subtraction. You would do exponents next. 2 squared means 2 times 2, which is 4. Bring down the minus 1. Now you just find 4 minus 1, which is 3. Okay, we're going to do number 9 next, but I'm going to do that on notebook paper because I don't feel like I have enough room. So I'm going to rewrite the problem to start off with. And that's this. Here you don't forget PEMDAS, I'll rewrite that really quickly. You do have parentheses, so you want to start here. Inside of this set of parentheses, however, you see another set. So 6 minus 3 is the first step that you're going to compute. 6 minus 3 is 3. This set of parentheses here can be dropped. You've done everything inside this set. This minus sign should be brought down. This 3 should be brought down. The outer set of parentheses needs to be brought down because you haven't finished doing everything that was inside of it. This minus and that 1 should also be brought down. Alright, on this line you just have a set of parentheses you need to work with. 3 minus 3 is 0. This can now be dropped. You've done everything inside this set. Bring down the minus and the 1. And you just need to compute 1 minus 0, which is 1. Alright, number 11. This was the original problem there. First I see 2 sets of parentheses. I would do the set on the left first. This set, however, has another set of parentheses inside of it, which is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. We're going to drop this set of parentheses because we've done everything inside. Bring down this minus sign and that 3. This outer set of parentheses needs to be kept because you didn't finish doing everything inside of it. And bringing everything else down. You still have a set of parentheses on the left that you need to work with. 3 minus 1 is just 2. You've done everything inside this set, so this set can be dropped. Bringing down your division sign and everything else. Now we're working with the set on the right. 5 minus 3 is 2. The parentheses here can be dropped. You've done everything inside. Bring down the division sign of the 2. And now you just need to compute 2 divided by 2, which is 1. Okay, number 13. We have this. Alright, we do have a set of parentheses that we need to work with first. In this set, we see 3 minus 1 minus 2. We would do 3 minus 1 first, which is 2. Bring down the minus 2. You also need to keep your parentheses because you didn't do everything that was inside of it yet, and I've brought everything else down. Still have a set of parentheses here to work with, so 2 minus 2 is 0. Now that I've done everything inside this set, I can drop the parentheses. This minus gets dropped down, along with 6 squared. You'll need to compute 6 squared next. Remember, 6 squared means 6 times 6, which is 36. And to get our final answer, we do 36 minus 0, which is just 36. For number 15, first we need to do what's inside of the parentheses, and here we have 3 plus 1, which is 4. This set of parentheses we could drop, however, you'll see this 3 here is hugging that set of parentheses. So we're going to keep our parentheses around the 4 because of the 3 that's hugging it and bringing everything else down. I understand this to be 3 times 4 when this number is hugging parentheses. It's 3 times whatever's in parentheses. So 3 times 4 plus 6 divided by 6. We're going to do our multiplication next. Multiplication and division would come before addition. The multiplication is listed first. 3 times 4 would be 12. Bringing everything else down. You have addition and division. You would do division before addition. So now we do 6 divided by 6, which we know is 1. Bring down the plus and the 12. And now we just do 12 plus 1, which is 13. Okay, for number 17, the problem was this. There is a set of parentheses that you'll need to work with first. So you need to find 4 divided by 4. You know that that is 1. You can drop the parentheses. However, there was an exponent of 2 outside the parentheses. So that 2 gets attached to the 1, becomes a 1 squared, and you'll bring everything else down. Alright, next you need to compute exponents. So you need to figure out what 1 squared equals. Remember, 1 squared means 1 times 1, which is just 1. And in this last step, everything is addition, so you can do that all in one step. 5 plus 2 would be 7, plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12. Number 19. First, you would do what's in parentheses, so you need to compute 2 plus 4 first, which is 6. You could drop the parentheses, but there's a 2 cubed, we say hugging the parentheses. So we'll actually keep the parentheses around the 6, drop down the 2 cubed. This now says 2 cubed times 6. That's what that means. Exponents are next. 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2, which would be 8. This now says 8 times 6 plus 1 minus 1. So 8 times 6 is 48, bringing everything else down. You just have addition and subtraction left now. You do addition and subtraction in the order in which you see it. The addition is listed first, so 48 plus 1 is 49. And then 49 minus 1 is just 48.